Rhea Ripley calls Bianca Belair a selfish She reacts with major shot. Rhea Ripley delivered a major insult to Bianca Belair today on social media following WWE Raw, and the EST responded with a massive shot of her own. Ripley lost the Women's World Championship to IYO SKY earlier this month and is upset about Belair being ringside for the title match. Belair and Ripley had a confrontation on this past Monday's edition of the Red Brand with Women's World Champion IYO SKY standing in the ring. The two stars completely ignored the champion, who responded by slapping them both across the face. Ripley took to social media today to share an NSFW insult to Belair and claimed that the Women's Elimination Chamber winner was selfish. Just minding your business and doing your job would have meant you patiently sitting backstage and waiting to see who your WM opponent would be. After that, then you could have gotten your wanted TV time and confront them. You know what that match meant to me, and you still did what you wanted. Guess you really are a bad friend. Or should I say, a selfish she wrote. Bianca Belair responded to Ripley's message and wondered why she interrupted her segment with IYO SKY on Raw, as the 28-year-old is currently not factored into the title match at WrestleMania 41. A bad friend? Phew, I'm trying to be nice, but you keep going. Okay. I was out there because I won Elimination Chamber. Why were you there Monday? Cricket. Oh, cause I thought an Elimination Chamber winner or champion said something. Again, why am I arguing with you? At IWO, please tweet me, so I can at least argue with the champ, responded Belair. Bianca Belair is currently scheduled to face IYO SKY for the Women's World Championship at the show of shows next month. However, it seems like Ripley is determined to be added to the title match as well. Bianca Belair was recently insulted on WWE SmackDown. WWE star Bianca Belair was recently insulted by Naomi on WWE SmackDown. The former women's tag team champions had an emotional promo this past Friday night after Naomi was revealed to be responsible for the attack on Jade Cargill. Belair was in tears following her former tag team partner's admission and sulked her way up the entrance ramp. The former SmackDown champion then called the 35-year-old an ungrateful before she was attacked by Jade Cargill. Bianca Belair hasn't won a singles title in a while, as she has been featured in the tag team division in recent months. It will be interesting to see if she can win the Women's World Championship at WWE WrestleMania 41. Bianca Belair reacts with a one-word message after incident with Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY. Bianca Belair has reacted to the turn of events on this week's WWE Raw. She was involved in a confrontation with Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY, where the reigning Women's World Champion slapped both women. Sky won the Women's World Championship in the main event of last week's Monday Night Raw. She dethroned Ripley after the Eradicator got into a heated exchange with Belair, who was at ringside for the match. Belair became the #1 contender for the Women's World Championship after winning the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Then on X/Twitter, Bianca Belair sent a one-word message after the exchange between herself, Ripley, and Sky. Belair is also involved in the Naomi Jade Cargill drama. The Storm was ambushed by a mystery attacker last November, forcing her out of action for several months. In her absence, Belair teamed up with Naomi to defend the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships before losing them to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Fast forward to the Elimination Chamber, Toronto Premium Live event, where Cargill returned and attacked Naomi. This past Friday, on SmackDown, Naomi admitted that she was the mastermind behind Cargill's attack before the latter once again laid out the now former Women's Tag Team Champion. Fast forward to the Elimination Chamber, Toronto Premium Live event, where Cargill returned and attacked Naomi. This past Friday on SmackDown, Naomi admitted that she was the mastermind behind Cargill's attack before the latter once again laid out the now former Women's Tag Team Champion. Bianca Belair's first comment on issues between Jade Cargill and Naomi. It's really rough. When last we saw Bianca Belair on Friday's SmackDown, she walking away as Jade Cargill headed to the ring to kick Naomi's ass for the second time in less than a week. That was because Naomi confessed to attacking Cargill last November and then called Belair out of her name when the EST wasn't grateful she'd done so. Belair, who is set to face WWE Women's World Champion IYO SKY at WrestleMania 41, was asked about breaking up the Big Three and what's next for her in Cargill on ESPN's First Take today, March 10th. She replied, "It's really rough. This is actually my very first time talking about it since it happened on Friday. I form a bond with both of these women. Jade and I elevated the women's tag team division. She was taken out. Naomi stepped in so that all that hard work wouldn't go to waste. And we bonded, but come to find out Naomi was the one behind taking Jade out. It's very heartbreaking for me. I'm actually more hurt than anything, and it's really tough because I just won Elimination Chamber, and I'm supposed to be going to WrestleMania and having a big title match. But it's really hard to focus on that. So it's kind of bittersweet for me. I'm trying to be excited about this Elimination Chamber win, but I'm also hurt by the breakdown of the Big Three because we were doing amazing things and really representing. So it's just a really heartbreaking time for me right now." Interesting to note that for at least half of her appearance on First Take, Belair was not in character. She was for that first question, though, even as WWE may be blurring the work/shoot lines around Cargill after reports of Jade having behind-the-scenes issues with other members of the women's roster last week. Another thing Bianca does during the interview is plug her appearance on Raw from Madison Square Garden tonight. So we'll see what happens in this storyline then. Bianca Belair, Naomi, Jade Cargill, crew receive praise for segment on March 7th. WWE SmackDown Fightful Select is reporting the segment with Bianca Belair and Naomi that also included Jade Cargill on last Friday's WWE SmackDown received rave reviews and heavy praise backstage. The report notes that Ioannis Philippides was the writer for the segment and TJ Wilson was the producer. It was also said that one WWE employee noted that it seemed like this is the first time Naomi was given the chance to be featured in a segment with substance and thus shined in the role. In addition to Naomi, Belair, and Jade Cargill, the writer, the camera crew, and production crew also received praise for their work with the segment. Furthermore, it was said that one WWE employee spoke with Fightful privately to Sean Ross Sapp through X Direct messaging praising the camera work when Cargill made her arrival for the segment. Fightful Select concluded by noting there were reportedly no issues with Cargill this week, despite previous reports on the heat she had backstage with Shayna Baszler and others. Bianca Belair makes bold statement about women's wrestling ahead of WrestleMania. Superstar Bianca Belair had a bold stand about women's wrestling heading into WrestleMania 41. The EST is set to compete in a World Championship match at the Show of Shows. The 35-year-old is among the best in-ring performers on the main roster.